Hello, I'm going to show you a sampling of our curriculum that we use. We use Connections curriculum, and this happens to be third grade language arts. I'll briefly show you a couple other classes as well. So in the curriculum, it's broken up by different units, and within each unit there's lessons to do as well. And within a lesson, you will have opportunities to experience learning from reading, from audio, from video, from practicing a skill. There's a lot of different ways to work with the curriculum. There's also ways that your teacher assesses you in your curriculum using quizzes, quick checks, tests, and portfolio items. So I'm just going to show you an example of those. I just went ahead and went into this unit in this lesson. So this is a language arts lesson for third grade, and it goes through a little brief opening and introduction for the unit, some keywords, some objectives, and then down here is where the lesson guide, usually the parent or an adult working with the student, has more information to help them teach their student. So they'll go through one slide and then to the next slide. And in here, in this case, they're going to be watching a Discovery Education streaming movie about fact and opinion. And there's videos that come from a variety of sources. Discovery Education is one, Brain Pop is another, and other sources as well. And again, there's directions for the learning coach on the bottom. This is an audio recording related to the lesson. Here is something to watch related to grammar. So I'll just click on that really quick. It's about conjunction. So it's a different type of video than the other ones. And I'm not going to go through each of the videos. And then here is where the student would refer to their reading book. So students do get actual books in their hand for some of the subjects. A lot of other subjects, the book is digital, so there's a link to it, and they will refer to the books for certain lessons, for practice, and other activities. And then here's some optional activities, some practice flashcards if they need them, and there's always an extension in the lesson. So if you feel that your student is ready for a little bit more on the topic, then there's an extension as well, and more information for the parent. And in this case, the assessment is a quiz. So this one has 4 questions. The quizzes are either multiple choice or sometimes they're short answer as well, and the short answer are worth anywhere from 2 to 10 points depending on the questions. So that's an example of what the quiz would look like. All of these that have a quick or a Q and a check mark would be a quick check. And let me show you an example of a portfolio assignment, which has the P here. I'll just flip through. So in this case, the portfolio assignment was a memoir. So it says that you'll be completing your memoir and submitting it to the teacher. And the way you do that, you either scan it or take a picture of it, or if you did it on a Word doc, you can just attach it. And you can take a picture using your computer, phone, camera, whatever works best for you, or if you'd prefer to scan it in, that's how you turn in the portfolio assignments. And the memoir began at the beginning of the unit. So here in lesson 1, they start the memoir and they work through the writing process throughout the unit, and then they turn it in on this particular day. So that's what the general curriculum looks like. We also have discussions, so the students will go in and do a discussion, and they'll get to read what the other students wrote about that discussion item, and they write back and forth to each other about the question. So in this question, it is, how can being unique sometimes make a person lonely? And there's a couple other questions that go with that discussion. So there's a lot of different ways for kids to show that they know what they have learned. So that is language arts. I'll go ahead and close that. I'll just briefly open a math. We'll just open math for first grade, and again, they're broken into different units. There's always a summary at the very beginning of what the course is like, and you'll see here's test, portfolio, quiz, quick check and quiz, and so that just goes through the different units there. There's also a lot of resources here at the bottom, message boards, other links that you can get to, links to the books. So there's a lot of options within each level course. Then students will always be able to see their grade book, which I'm not going to open right now. Students and parents have access to see that. So as soon as something's graded, you will be able to see what the student got and the comments the teacher made, and maybe any recommendations for next steps for the student as well. In addition to our Connexus curriculum, we also use performance task assessments, and those are the experiential learning units that we implement in Douglas County, which helps the kids really engage in the 21st century skills. Those are very fun, authentic activities for the kids, and they really enjoy those units. I think that's it for the curriculum.